All right. Okay. I guess everyone is ready. Is everyone brain ready to um, get all the details or the insightful things that our Miss Guest will be talking about later on? So newcomers, hi guys. So we just finished for newcomers. We just finished an icebreaker, and we are about to start the discussion. So right. So I think next. Okay. All right. So let's start with the introduction. Hi guys. Hello everyone. My name is Cristel Lois. I'm the co-founder and current marketing director of Illustrados Creatives and Technology Inc. and Illustrados for short. And to give you a brief introduction, guys, our company specializes on creating technologies, contents, as well as campaigns with just the right balance between art and technology. Whether it comes to website design, mobile app development, product photography, social media marketing, we make sure that everything we do is aligned with the current trends and effective strategies so that we can produce impactful solutions for our clients. This is why we came up with our weekly skill brewing event right here. And upon realizing the unrecognized ripe talents, which is you guys, in our field and our company has a mission to cultivate creative culture. So that's why we're doing this, guys. And we set out to make an effort on bringing people on the fields of technology, creatives, content, marketing. And together, guys, we can learn and grow, and most importantly, stay connected with each other. So, which brings us to our topic today, guys, especially planned for people under the digital marketing industry. So, all right, today we'll be going over rhetoric and digital marketing. So, digital marketing is more than just the usage of available digital platforms. It is a combination of technical and creative skill to create and curate digital contents that digital consumers engage in. So, let's delve deeper into the interpretations of digital contents for brands, services, or organizations and understand how rhetoric adds into the creative process of digital content marketing. So today, you'll be learning about the relationship of rhetoric and digital marketing, how to use the rhetoric appeals in the brand campaigns, and understand digital constructivism of images in digital content ads, social media posts, guys, and more with our guest today. So our guest for today, guys, our guest speaker for today is no other than Sofia Ramirez. Hi, Sofia. I would just
Hi.
give a brief introduction for you here. So, Miss
Sure.
Sofia here studied BA Speech Communication in University of the Philippines, Diliman, guys. Wow, you guys can already feel how much information we can all get from Miss Sophia. She is also a freelance events host, guys, and a content creator for beauty and lifestyle brands here in the Philippines, and a former Shopee brand ambassador. Yan. Excited na ako. Yun pa lang. Currently, guys, she's also full-time social media and influencer specialist for digital marketing PR agency in Quezon City, which is Digital Hog Philippines. So yun, Digital Hog PH. And social media management consultant for foreign media companies din po si Miss Sofia in UK and Canada. And yeah, without further ado, I'll give the floor to you. Here's our guest speaker for today, guys, Miss Sofia Ramirez.
Hi, good afternoon. It's afternoon. Everyone can
Afternoon.
hear me clearly, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sofia Ramirez. And of course, if you guys want to pop up some question, I guess the Illustrados team can compile them and then later on we can have a discussion on it. So, for this afternoon, we will be talking about rhetoric and digital marketing. So, we will be more of the creative process as well as being able to build contents that are effective to your page consumers or to our digital consumers. So for today, here is our quick agenda talaga. Okay, so we have our agenda. So you already guys know about me. So yeah, I'm Sofia and I studied BSP Ecom and the University of the Philippines, Diliman. So how was I able to go to digital marketing? Well, honestly, at first I wasn't so sure, but probably it's because of my study back then. So that was my thesis back then. I studied digital commercials, specific on the rhetoric and the narratives of these commercials. So I studied the gender representation of Filipino masculinity in selected TV commercials, both from ABS-CBN and GMA. So that was my study, and probably that was one of the motivations as to why today we will be talking about rhetoric and digital marketing. So next slide, please. Okay. So for this afternoon, what you get to expect is to know the relationship of rhetoric and digital marketing, as well as incorporating it on brand campaigns. And of course, we will also do a little bit of a workshop on digital constructivism on digital contents. So when we say digital contents, it could be those digital ads, may it be static, videos, or pretty much anything, even filters, Instagram filters. But we will more focus on the digital ads that we see, which is videos and static photos. So next slide. Okay, so we can skip this one. You guys already know about that. So what you can expect for next slide, our expectations is that this afternoon you get to know more about rhetoric and digital marketing, understand the relationship of digital marketing and consumer behavior, and then of course you can get a glimpse of the creation of digital contents and constructivism of digital ads also. So I would like to share to you guys two quotes. So the first one would be on our next slide. The first one would be, it's hard to find things that won't sell online. So it was said by Jeff Bezos, who is actually the executive chairman right now of Amazon. So it's true that it's hard to find things that won't sell online because everything that you post, no matter if it's soft sell or hard sell, each person gets to be curious about a specific product. Each person gets curious about a specific service or a specific organization, even as simple as introducing an organization. So I put it in here because I want you guys to have a mindset already right now that everything you see online can be actually considered as a digital marketing strategy. It's just that you won't know because there are some that are very natural, or let's say that there are some that probably by accident lang nila nilagay on their social media platforms talking about this specific product. And of course, when it comes to digital marketing, authenticity is the key for us to be able to, be sold for it, no? Yung parang tipong mapapabili ka, mapapatingin ka, makes you interested. So the second quote that I'd like to share to you on the next slide is that there are no boundaries or borders in the digital age. So this was said by Kareem Rashid. He's actually a famous industrial designer. So in this digital age, there are no boundaries or borders. I'm pretty sure that you guys noticed the commercials earlier from our icebreaker. As you can see, there were some very controversial ads or commercials that was put into the icebreaker earlier. And you may be able to see it again as we go along the way here on our discussion. So I hope that you guys will be able to understand why specific marketing or ad agencies actually go for this content even though it doesn't make sense or even though it's weird, something like that. So hopefully today you guys will be able to find out why. Because of course you would be thinking, it's already weird enough. So how does this material got approved by a brand? Or how does this material was able to get traction from the page consumers? So let's play a game first. Okay, there you go. Let's play a game first. So if you guys are familiar with the game, with the show Squid Game, it's something like that. Pero, pero walang mamamatay. Okay, mag-alala, okay? Walang mamamatay dito. It's just that we're just going to use the O and the X, okay? So if you guys want to answer, just click O and X. You can type it in the chat box below. And sabi naman ng isang taga-Illustrados team natin, makikik lang daw sa meeting. Okay, so let's play a game. The first one is, you just have to choose which commercial has a more appeal or caught your attention the most. So the first batch is between the RC Cola commercial. There you go. That's part of the icebreaker. And of course, the Julie's Bake Shop Tita Shaming. So which of the commercial do you guys were able to see or got your attention? Okay, so let me see the responses. Okay, we have here, okay, the RC Cola. Majority, the RC Cola. Okay, there you go. Okay, majority is the RC Cola. Okay, okay. I'm kind of getting a vibes from everybody. Okay, we have the RC Cola commercial. Next slide, please. Okay, for our second side, we have the Angka Renjak and of course the Fuwa Renjak. So which of this caught your attention the most? Okay, is it the Angkas one or the Fuwa Fuwa Renjak? Okay, there you go. So, madaming sumagot ng Fuwa Fuwa Renjak. Yes, because it's really famous right now. That would be the Squid Game. So brands get to use this also. Later, you will know more about moment marketing, trend jacking, as we call it. Okay, so for the last slide. Okay, so this one is more of an influencer campaign. So we have the Gold Series by Fua Fua, Reasons to Smile campaign, and of course, the other is the Selecta hashtag Share Happiness campaign. So do you guys think is more appealing sa inyo? Reasons to Smile or Share Happiness? So I guess you guys are choosing. Okay, there you go. I can see marami ba Selecta lovers dito? I think there are a lot of Selecta lovers right here. Okay, so the other one is actually a bread brand. So it's the premium line of Fua Fua. So it's a Japanese bread. So they have a campaign also. So ito yung pinagtabi ko because nga it's more of happiness. The messaging was about happiness. Okay, so for our next slide, we can actually, with all those campaigns, with all those materials that you just saw, we had a video, we had a static post, we had an influencer campaign. It brings us to question or ask for ourselves, why are these materials out there and why is it effective to our audience or to your page consumers? So we will be talking about rhetoric and digital marketing and its relationship. Okay, so sorry. Okay, next slide. So rhetoric through the years. Let's just brief history, brief history for us to know more. Okay, so when we rhetoric is actually the art of persuasion or being able to use arguments, being able to use words, being able to structure arguments for you to be an effective speaker. So during the Greek times, it's more used in public discourse. And in the Roman times, it's more used in a political discourse. And then for the medieval times, it focuses more on power and authority. You have a big rhetoric, you are an effective communicator, you are an effective speaker during the medieval times if you have the power and authority. So usually, if you guys all the leaders back then during the medieval times, these are usually the higher positions. These are people who has something to do with their government or with their to their local power unit back then. So when Renaissance came in from highlighting from political discourse to power and authority, Renaissance is more of a humanistic approach because if you remember, Renaissance was the rebirth. So it focuses more on human individuals. So highlighting the capabilities of the human individuals through rhetoric. And of course, the very last one would be the Enlightenment. That is times wherein there was a separation already of the church and the state. And this one, rhetoric, focuses more on the reason than on religion. So Thomas Aquinas was one of the people who really used rhetoric through his beliefs and, of course, during the Enlightenment period. So if you guys would want to know more about this, you can just read into it. And it's a very interesting history of our rhetoric. So I just shared it right here because right now, modern rhetoric is very different. Contemporary rhetoric is very different because it focuses more on the appeal that it causes for you as an audience or for you as a consumer in this sense, since we are talking about digital marketing. Okay, so for the next slide is rhetoric is more than the idea or concept of persuasion. So it's not just simply about persuasion. It's more of being able to put a human element in this specific context. Okay, but yes, that's the base. Okay, that's the base. So with rhetoric, you understand language, you understand human nature, or even for this, since it's digital marketing, that would be consumer behavior, and even the brand's values that communicate with consumers. Which is why rhetoric is really useful in content marketing, not just in copywriting, but also in conceptualizing your media assets or your digital content. So with this one, it can make you gauge if your campaign is working or if your digital content is working or not. So again, I would just like to repeat that rhetoric, you understand the language, the human nature, and even the brand's values to communicate with the consumers. Okay. So why rhetoric? It's because it evokes feelings of suspicion. So that's on our next slide. There you go. It evokes feelings of suspicion, and it's all about your communication to your consumers. Okay. So when it comes to digital marketing, it's not simply as posting a specific product, a specific service. This is the cost. This is the promo. This is what's happening. This is what's new. This is the variant of the specific product. It's not just that, it's more than that, okay? So it evokes feelings of suspicion. So when you see someone who posted about, ano ba yung pinaka, oh, from Shopee, recently it became a trend, the sunset, anong tawag doon? The sunset lamp. I'm pretty sure yung mga young ones natin right here who are here, I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with the sunset lamp. So it became trending because of a TikTok content. And everybody was looking for something similar to it, right? So with that, when you see that one, it already evokes the feeling of suspicion for you. Okay? So, of course, kahit bilhin mo man siya o hindi, your interest is right there. Okay? So your interest on that specific product is there. And that is one of the things that is very important when it comes to digital marketing. And of course, um, it is the motivation to influence. Okay, so this is actually helpful for most of the content creators out there, or if you aspire to be a content creator, you really have to work on being a good communicator or being an effective communicator for you to be able to motivate others or let them be influenced also by you. So we have here what we call lingua suspecta. So this actually means clever tongue. So what is this concept? This concept basically tells us that it makes us do things we do or do not want to do. Okay, so rhetoric is actually being debunked because of this theory or because of this concept that we call lingua suspecta, clever tongue. So usually these are the people who kahit anong sabihin nila, you'll get sold with whatever they say. Okay, so of course in rhetoric, it's you working on how to be able to communicate a message, and then there are these instances wherein there's one person na talaga mapapakilig ka sa kanya, and of course it can make you do the things that that person would want you to do. So one would be, buy this product or so, without even him explicitly saying for them to buy the product. Okay, So next one is that this is the very important thing when it comes to our rhetoric. Okay, it requires timing. So we call this as kairos. So kairos are the right opportune time to do something. Okay, so when it comes to digital marketing, the digital landscape evolves continuously. Even this second, we don't know when a trend will just, give birth or so. We won't know what are the changes if a specific trend already dies down. Di natin alam yon. Maka 10 seconds from now, the Squid Game trend is already dead. Okay? So in marketing, we can compare this to moment marketing or trend jacking. So always remember that in rhetoric, you also require timing, right? Parang kunwari lang kapag nanligaw kayo, di ba? Hindi naman sa lahat ng oras, push lang ng push because it really requires for you to have the right timing. Para naman makonvince yung nililigawan nyo. So in this sense, that would be your page consumers. That would be your prospect customers for your service or for your brand. So it's all about the timing. Sometimes you might think that oh, this digital content is not getting traction. I think this is not working. Maybe we should just give up. So ganon, 'di ba? Parang panliligaw din, even though wala ka pa nakikitang result, wala ka pa nakikitang parang let's say feedback or um a response to your consumers, kailangan mo pa din siyang you have to work on it, okay? So usually in digital marketing, in the first few months, you're just introducing your service, introducing your brand, you're building your brand awareness. And then in the succeeding months, you're already building your customers, your brand credibility, and hopefully it will lead you to conversion. But of course, that's already a different topic, right? So, ayan. Always remember kairos. Meron na tayong new word for the day, and that would be the kairos, the right opportune time to do something. Okay, so the next thing I want you guys to know is that in rhetoric and digital marketing, rhetoric is actually the key for every digital content. Whether kung ano yung caption mo, ano yung words inside your digital content or the letters right there, the format of the messaging on your whole digital content, it has to have a level of humanness and interaction to page consumers. Because effective digital contents actually are those contents that are relatable to your market, that are relatable to your page consumers, and that has a effect on them. Okay, so the more that you create contents that they can relate on or one can relate on, mas effective yun sa nila. And I see someone who commented about angkas. Yes, that's right. As you can see, the contents of angkas is actually very relatable and it really has their very own brand persona. So a little quick segue. Actually, yesterday I was able to meet the creative director behind Angkas. So that was Dale because I attended one workshop wherein he was actually the guest speaker. And he keeps on reiterating that Angkas, the brand persona of Angkas is to be like every Juan, okay? Like Juan, so every Juan. It's very makamasa and it's very real. And of course, that's what people are after. Okay, so if you guys plan on building also your digital contents, that's what I can also recommend for you guys to make it real. But of course, you have to put in mind the brand persona, the brand tone, and your goal. Okay, your brand's goal. Okay, so for the next slide, okay, there you go. So right now we will be learning about rhetoric and digital content. So if you guys have any, later on, it will be more of an interactive. You can just chat what opinions are on our chat box. So feel free to drop your insights, your ideas. But this time around, I will be explaining to you at least three, I think it was three. Yeah, three very controversial advertisements out there. So on the next slide, you can see right here the rhetorical triangle. So this is what we call the rhetorical triangle. So in original sense, logos actually means reason or text. Ethos, the credibility or the writer. Pathos, that would be the values, beliefs of the audience. Okay. So when it comes to digital marketing, what do you guys think is the logos? You can chat it right there. Right? I can look into it. What do you guys think is the logos in the digital marketing sense? Okay, mukhang may nahihiya. Nahihiya ba kayo mag-type? No, wala namang right or wrong answer. Okay, Matthew said it's the copy. John said it's the marketing plan. Okay, okay, you're close to that. Okay, so logos is actually the brand goal. Okay, what is the goal of this specific post? So that's right, and it starts with your content planning. Okay, it starts with your marketing plan. So thank you very much, John. And of course, it includes already your brand persona. It includes already here the sorry. It includes already the brand's campaign, the brand's assets, the brand's digital contents. Okay, anong purpose nito? What is the goal? Yun yung logos natin in digital marketing sense. As for the ethos, we are talking here about the brand credibility, the brand persona, and the brand tone. Ayan, dun siya sa ethos. And for the pathos, that would be the values and beliefs of the audience. So this is already the effect of your digital content, okay? So it appeals on your emotions, it appeals to how you feel towards specific digital content. So this rhetorical triangle is really helpful whenever you are building digital content. Because first and foremost, it actually can help you set your path, okay? It actually helps you set your path on creating a content that is effective and that consumers or your page audience, let's say for Facebook or Instagram, would actually look into, okay? So if you guys are planning to do or build a content, always remember this triangle so that you guys won't be confused, because along the way, if you build a lot of contents for just one brand, sometimes it may feel like it's repetitive. Okay? But always remember that there are chances it will be, there are chances that your contents would be repetitive, but there will always be one difference. It could be the goal, it could be the execution, or it could be a shift in your brand image, or a shift in your brand tone or persona, because that can happen. Okay, we can't just always stick into one. We have to also think outside of the box, because sometimes the digital contents that people actually like engaging on are really out of the box. Okay, and one would be this specific commercial from okay, wala siyang access. Okay, wala siyang access. I guess you guys, okay, there you go. Here you go is the Tita Shiming. And that is a commercial from Julie's Bake Shop.
Kaya pala may liniment dito eh. Tita, kabila yung aerobics. Tita, dahan-dahan lang. Yung cutics nyo baka masira. Mamamalingki ka pa.
Tita shamer ka, ha?
Tita, nainom nyo na ba maintenance meds nyo? Tita, yung gayuman nyo, baka umatake.
Dati, abs lang niya ang pandesal. Ngayon, buong katawan na. Kaya stop tita shaming. Kasi pwedeng fresh pa rin kahit 40 na. Julie's.
Okay. So that was Julie's Bake Shop advertisement. So that's their digital ad during their 40th anniversary. So they released this, and of course, this was produced by one of the famous ad agencies out there, which is Giggle. Okay, so Giggle is really known with their very out of the box concept when it comes to digital marketing, and for this one, is a tita shaming. Because if you recall, it's very timely, like I said, kairos, the right opportune for your content. There was this time, right, that everybody is going tita mode or tito mode because of the pandemic. Everybody is at home, everybody's doing their thing, and then whenever we meet our titas, parang they're exploring or they were like doing things that we thought they would never do. Okay, so basically naging trend ang very word na tita. Okay? And during the time, it so happened that they were able to post this at the right time. And of course, they created the whole concept of tita shaming. Kasi ito ngayong panahon na parang everybody is, you know, all of us are in social media, so nakikita natin yung mga ginagawa ng mga titas. Tapos pinapansin natin because that's just how it works, right? So with this one, the rhetoric here is basically also targeting their target market. Sino ba yung bumibili sa Julie's Bake Shop? Diba mga titas din, nanay, mga lola, sila, right? And the other market would be those who are working in the streets. Okay, so like yung mga drivers, mga merchants, other vendors, basically everybody who needs that afternoon tinapay with a fresh cold juice or di naman kaya yung mainit natin na kape. Okay? So with this one, not only did they thought of targeting their market, but they were able to introduce a new concept of advertisement right here. Okay, so I want to chat you guys real quick. What do you think is the nasabi ko na, no? Nasabi ko na yung logos kanina, and I also already said the ethos. So what do you think is the emotion involved in this specific digital advertisement? Some may get offended, some may find this funny, some may find this yung ugali ng mga Pilipino na buti nga sa'yo, ganon. Okay, for Kerwin, sabi niya dark. Creepy. Yes, actually. If you take this literally, it is actually dark, it is actually creepy. But you see that we had a lot of interpretation. Okay? So magkakaiba na interpretation. And that's how rhetoric works its magic. How are you convinced to consume this from the very first second up until to the 1 minute and 39 mark? Diba? Kahit na let's say at first you already know it's dark, tinapas mo pa din yung commercial. Because the message is there, the communication is there, and the attention of the consumer is there. Okay? So this is actually one of the nicest, yet yes, it's kind of dark, it's kind of creepy kasi sino ba naman yung matutuwa, di ba? Tao lang biglang lagay sa sinlay pa, biglang nilagay sa oven, tapos kinain nila, right? It's like all out crazy, parang if we want to parang kung gusto mo siya ipagtabi in one concept, that would be like technically cannibalism at lahat-lahat. Kung iisipin mo. Pero the people saw this differently. Right? The people saw this funny. The people saw this na parang, uy, parang kakaiba tong ad na to. Which brings us to another giggle advertisement. Okay? And that is the RC Cola. So I'm not gonna dwell into it already. You can play yes, the RC commercial. And ito yung pinakaunang commercial that everybody got us thinking, bakit ganon? And this was also the time wherein the creative director behind this said na hindi lahat ng bagay kailangang may meaning, hindi lahat ng bagay kailangan lagyan ng meaning, kumbaga. Parang ganun yung sinabi niya in one of the interviews, right? But you just can't help it. Like I said, it evokes suspicion. It evokes feelings of suspicion. So kahit sabihin ng creative director na, kasi lang, ito yung creative process namin, ito yung creative output namin, but still, it evokes the feeling of suspicion. Pero bakit nga? 'Di ba? Hindi mo matanggap na sasabihin na, wala lang. O 'di ba? Parang kunwari, pag may mga boyfriend, girlfriend kayo, sasabihin niyo, kumusta ka? Tapos sasabihin, okay lang naman. Pero may problema ka ba? Okay lang ba if ganito? Pag 'di ba pag nagpapaalam, okay lang ba, love, kung aalis ako, tapos kasama friends ko. Tapos isasagot sa'yo ng girlfriend, okay, gano'n. 'Di ba? May mga ganun times. So parang sabi niya, okay lang tayo sagot na. Ikaw, as a person, dalawang isip ko, bang okay? Bang yun? Talaga? So, this is for advertisements. There will always be a level of show. Okay, and of course, the last ad that we will be looking into is the pandemic effect from Bello. Okay, let's play a few seconds of the commercial.
Magandang araw, bayan! Nagbabagang palima! Virus, dumating na! NCR, maglalakbang! Bawal bumiyay! Travel goals! In your dreams na lang muna! Work from home, extended up to 25 hours!
Okay.
Lockdown
So this is the commercial, and talks about pandemic effect. The rest is that it taps on your current situation, okay? But in advertising or in PR, whether it's good or bad, PR is PR. Okay, kasi lagi naman the first goal would be for people to talk about it. That's always the first goal. But of course, you have to keep in mind that you have to think about the brand din kasi. So, with this one, magtataka, bakit in-approve to ni Bello? Ganon, di ba? Bakit in-approve to ng marketing director nila lahat-lahat? Always remember, they always have a purpose. Just don't know what it is exactly, but have a purpose. I think that they were able to do this because it was maraming offend, maraming galit. It was put on a pedestal talagang, it was put on a pedestal na, alam mo yun, it's a bad advertisement, okay? So like I said, whether it's good or bad, PR is PR, and Bello made it happen. And this is not the first time that Bello actually did this. Okay, so as part, like I mentioned, I studied digital ads also for my thesis, and they actually created numerous of Bello ads na ganito yung effect na WTF na lang. Mapapagulat ka na, bakit nila ginawa? So one would be, they had a ad back then about men, na sinasabi nila, kung mas maputi ka, mas successful ka bilang lalaki. Kung mas maputi ka, mas tatanggapin ka ng pamilya ng nililigawan mo. They had that kind of what do you call this? They have that kind of effect. So this is just one of the digital ads that they actually do. Okay. I'm actually checking right on the chat. Sabi choppy daw ako. Hi, Lois, can you check? Hi, choppy?
I'm actually at some point of yours, of your
Okay.
discussion. You're a bit choppy. Yeah.
Okay. Right now, am I okay? Guys?
Yeah, that one
Okay
is
na?
good.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Like I said, this isn't the first time Bello did this. So, specific commercials were already done back then. Pero hindi lang natin napapansin because they take it down because of backlash and everything. So, yeah, it's still an effective point of persuasion in them. Diba? May certain level of persuasion. So, when it's good, it's there. The rhetoric message is there. And up as to how you interpret it. So that's one downside when it comes to rhetoric. It's always up for interpretation. It's always up as to how you mold the interpretation. Okay, so for the next one, here are the tips to effectively use rhetoric in digital content. So that would be on our slide. Okay, here are the tips. One, you have to look into your market and their background para you know how you can talk to them. And two, be clear on the message that you want to communicate. And three, you have always have to go back to your logos, pathos, and ethos to make sure your content is relatable to your consumers. Okay, so there you go. And then we will be having a quick run through with rhetoric in moment marketing and trend tracking. Ito mabilis lang. So, hindi na siya kasing bigat nung kanina. Okay, so this one is moment marketing. Okay, I guess we've skipped a slide. I think we've skipped a slide. Okay, rhetoric in moment marketing. I think we have skipped a slide. Or is this a slide already? Okay, so yeah, I'll just vocally say it. Ayan. So rhetoric and moment marketing is getting the attention of your consumer. So attention grabbing contents are important, which makes moment marketing effective and relatable to digital consumers. And of course, we also have the first 3 seconds are important, not just in moment marketing, but digital marketing, because what we are after is the hook of the audience
Hello,
or the hook
Sophia.
of the consumer. Okay, hello?
Hello, Sophia. Can you repeat your last two sentences? You were chopping
Okay.
off.
Okay, sorry. Wait, for a while, can we take a quick break just to reset the connection for a while lang?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead, Sophia. Guys, while Sophia try to fix her connection, we actually just receive a lot of requests regarding groups so that people can actually communicate with each other. So your speakers can communicate with you. People inside the Illustrados can also communicate with you guys, and we can also share insights. Of course, these are insights that we do every day, and we actually created a group here. Just created a group last night out of those requests that we were having on our emails. And a lot of the attendees actually have been attending our weekly skill brewing from time to time. So they went through our filmmaking, our music engineering. So guys, I'm pasting the link here if you guys want to go over the community and get an insight of everyone and as well as their speakers. Just go to the link and join the group, and let's all communicate with each other. Are
Okay,
we good, Sophia?
there we go. I think, am I? Can you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
clearly hear
right.
me? Okay. So
Okay.
this is better. Okay. So
Yeah,
like
let's
I
go.
said earlier, earlier I said that the first 3 seconds are important, not just in moment marketing, but in digital marketing, because what we are after is the hook of our page consumers or our audience and prospect customers and clients, right? So we are always after the hook. So in moment marketing, trends move every second, and as a digital marketer, you really have to be one step ahead. You can never be late. You have to be one step ahead as a digital marketer. And of course, dito na yung part wherein being witty and creative is a plus on this field. But of course, you always have to keep the brand persona in mind. So, moment marketing, ito na yung ginamit natin kanina, the Squid Game, yung mga trend jack natin, yung si Jose Marie Chan, those are what we call moment marketing. So here are the tips for effectively using rhetoric and moment marketing. So, ayan, next slide please. Ayan, next slide. Ayun, meron palang ano. Sorry, hindi ko pala siya na ano. Okay. There you go. So like I said, trends move every second. And as a digital marketer, you really have to be one step ahead. And being witty and creative is a plus on this field. So you just have to keep in mind your brand persona. Meron kasi mga brands out there na hindi mo pwedeng baliin yung persona nila. So hindi ba bagay sa kanila to put a moment marketing. But that depends, okay? There are trend jacks or moment marketing that works for brands. Whether if it's a premium kind of brand, there will always be a specific trend jack, but you just really have to fit it in the block. Okay. So next slide, you can see right here the examples of moment marketing. One would be the Olympics. So G&G Taiwan Famous Chicken is actually a chicken brand, the fried Taiwan chicken chops, ganon. So they put this is one actually one of the works that I did. So that would be celebrate golden wins with golden wings. So this is moment marketing. Another one is bring on the berry brilliant Vermonts. So this is also under Digital Hug. They created this one as a trend jack kasi noong September alam naman nating wini-welcome na natin si Jose Marie Chan and all that. So next slide please. Okay, there you go. So we have the Fua Fua Squid Game, the honeycombed scene, and then we also have the Spider-Man from Angkas. So No Way Home, use Angkas to your destination. Okay. So for you guys to effectively do moment marketing, number one would be do not waste any second or any day to post the content. If you can create it on the same day na nabuhay yung trend, nabuhay yung trend jack na yon, you have to do it also within the day. Because moment marketing can dissolve in just a matter of seconds. Baka the next time na pinost mo yon, the trend already died, okay? The trend is laos na. Wala na doon yung trend. And then number two, not all moment marketing fits brands. So make sure that your brand tone or persona can actually jive into the trend that you are looking into. Kasi super weird kung ilalagay mo yung specific trend jack, for example, the Squid Game, ilalagay mo sa hotel na page, right? You're gonna do a hotel content. Tapos Squid Game, let's say kahit na incorporate mo yung industry into that specific content, it might not work. So sayang, right? So you really have to choose the perfect moment and the perfect content, the perfect trend for a specific brand. And of course, number three, you have to keep yourself up to date because trends change every second. So ayun, sabi ni Pia, Pia said right here, Squid Game tapos Pampers yung product. Diba? It doesn't, sometimes it won't make sense. So you just have to be very, very careful as a digital marketer or as a content creator. Okay, so next one is, ito very light na lang kasi ito kasi it's basically similar, the same thing. So rhetoric and influencer campaigns, it's more of banking on the pathos, banking on the emotions of followers ng mga individuals, or as we call them, content creators, social media influencers. Okay, so we get to learn more about the authenticity of influencer campaigns through rhetoric. So on the next slide, I have included here that influencer marketing has been making its round on digital marketing. Okay, so it's one of the platforms or one of the approaches rather that digital marketing agencies look into. So businesses find a plus on influencer marketing because of the authenticity and the market reach that it brings them. And of course, when we talk about authenticity, one has to use the power of rhetoric and storytelling. Okay, so they get authentic or natural reviews, feedbacks, or testimonies from these individuals. And honestly, anyone can be an influencer, okay? But it just matters on your effectivity as a communicator. It matters on your effectivity as an influencer if you are able to motivate others to be influenced with whatever product, with whatever service, or with whatever brand that you are working on. Okay, so this is more on the storytelling process as to how rhetoric is incorporated with influencer campaign. And one example right here is this one. From one of the influencers of Gold series by Fua Fua. Their campaign is hashtag Grayson to Smile. And the angle or the slant of the influencers was supposed to be, what is your reason for your smile today? Okay, so with that, it already invokes the emotions for you to be uplifted, to be enlightened, that despite the pandemic, despite the struggles that we are facing right now, you still have a reason to smile. Okay, So this is more of the pathos appeal and the emotional appeal. So this works really well for specific markets. Okay, it works really well sa makamasang market. Kasi it's relatable for them. Of course, in a page naman, you can put that human element, pero they know kasi it's a business page. So you really have to look for an approach wherein it may look that it is a content that people would actually read into and look into because it's natural, because it's authentic. So another one would be, ayan, actually ako yan, pero wala na akong malagay. Pero actually ako yan. So, it's a campaign of Whisper. It was during the pandemic, and then, yeah, it's hashtag the new brave. Okay, so the brave women and Whisper. So, ayan. 'Di ba? Yan yung kanilang influencer campaign. They were banking on the struggles of women during the pandemic. So, it's very relatable. So, for me, sa mga naging followers ko, ayan, kung gusto nyo kayo follow, pwede naman, that's Rams on Instagram. Sa mga followers ko, they could see my story. And that's what makes rhetoric very important in advertisement. To tell a story, to tell a message, to communicate a story. Kasi there will always be page consumers that gets the hook on your story. Mahilig tayo mga Pilipino sa stories, okay? Mahilig tayo sa mga iba't ibang narratives. So we always look into that. Okay, so the next one is another example that would be the share happiness ng Selecta. So parang you get to share ice cream, but metaphorically it's sharing happiness. So, ganun yung emotional appeal ng influencer campaign na ito. So, here are my tips in creating influencer campaign contents. One would be you communicate the brand's image. Even if you're communicating your personal view or sentiments about a specific product, that would be on the next slide. Ayan. And second, you have to make it personal and as authentic as possible. And third, never do hard selling on influencer campaign contents. If you can do it low key and very, very subtle, just go for that, go down that road. Because it always has to be a storytelling approach, like I said, for it to work. So it won't be just another digital ad out there. It won't be just another digital content out there. So this is all just for influencer marketing. Okay, so I guess that's the whole gist as to how rhetoric and digital marketing goes in both ways. And I hope that you guys were able to get a lot of insights because I'm pretty sure you already know yung mga processes, right? The technical processes. And what's really hard are the creative processes. So I hope you guys were able to get insights on the creative side. Kasi ito yung mahirap. You can't just teach this, right? You really have to immerse yourself into this. So, ayan. I hope you guys were able to learn more about rhetoric and how interesting it actually is. It may sound boring at first, but it's actually really, really fun. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Super interesting. Thank you so much, Sofia. Guys, we're gonna have a quick Q&A session later. Please store nyo na in your banks your questions that Miss Sofia will answer later on. Before we dive in, we just want to ask you guys something. We are actually looking for topics to dive into on our next weekly skill brewing. So please go to our group right here. And there's one post there. Please give us any topic that you would like to learn on our next skill brewing. All right. So yeah, that's just it. And if you could support our social media from Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, that would be really great, guys. Would be really thankful for that. And if you guys would support our advocacy, please go to our next weekly skill brewing. All right. So let's go with your question and answer. Are you guys ready? You guys can just paste your questions on the comment section. And then I'll read it for you guys, and then Miss Sofia right here will answer them for you. But we have some ready questions here while you guys think about all your questions. So, Mr. Producer, next slide, please. So So yan. All right. Miss Sophia, what are the top 3 things you would like to advise aspiring digital marketers na audiences natin to learn about today?
Um, okay, the top 3 things. One, do not be afraid to think out of the box. I guess you guys can know what is the right or wrong thing to do. I mean, like you guys can already paano ba? You guys can filter that one out, right? So don't be afraid to go outside of the box for your digital contents if you aspire to be a digital marketer. Because dati hindi din naman ako ganun eh. Actually, I clearly have no idea that I would be in the digital marketing industry. Kasi dati, I really thought marketing is mahirap. But actually, if you just let yourself be creative and be an explorer in this field, it would actually really help. So yeah, that would be one. And then second would be always look into your if you plan to be a digital marketer, you always have to look into your brand and the market of your brand, kasi it really changes. Even kunwari millennials yung naging target ng page mo, ng digital content mo. Pero in the long run, you get to see that nag-iba yung demographics nung tina-target ng digital contents mo. So you really have to know your consumers, your digital content consumers. And then number 3, do not be afraid. Ito yung pinaka-important. Wag kayong matatakot to take in constructive criticisms. Okay? Kasi the thing about digital marketing kasi, you cannot really actually please all people, right? With your contents. So may masasabi sila. Just take it in, be open in taking it in, because sometimes their insights are really helpful to make you create future digital contents as well for others. So those are the 3 things that I can advise for those who are interested in working in the digital marketing industry.
Right, very insightful coming from Miss Sophia, guys. That's really true. Again, just to break it down to you guys. Number 1, hashtag strong heart lang tayo. Strong heart. Out of the box ideas, guys. Be creative. Be an explorer. Number 2, tips from Miss Sophia. Look into your brand. That's super important, guys, to learn your brand, how it grows, and your customers as well, because they grow as well. So right now, some of the brands are looking into tapping into Gen Zs, diba? So it's good to be from time to time updated with what's happening with your brand and your audiences, and take, of course, constructive criticism lightly and learn from it, so that in the future you are improving all your campaigns. So, and guys, take note of that. It's very insightful coming from our very Miss Sophia. Thank you so much for that insight. And next question. Ayan. Guys, if you have questions, just put it in the comment section. But we have ready here. So next question, Sophia, is what is one thing that you wish you would have known when you started digital marketing?
One thing. Probably that would be copywriting. Because I was never a really good copywriter in the first place. Even though I'm a speech communication student back then, I'm more of the public speaker. So I'm more of speech writing than copywriting. So I never knew the importance of copywriting, not until I was able to be working in the digital marketing sense. I thought it was just about being able to create campaigns, brand campaigns, but there will always you will always practice yourself up in copywriting. So guys, you should work on it as early as now. Okay, so that's one thing that I wished I would have known. Para at least the contents that I was able to create for brands, sana mas effective siya. But right now, I'm actually improving on that, which is actually nice. Kasi that would just mean that in this field, every day you're learning and every day you're improving. So guys, ano na kayong copywriting. As much as you hate writing and all that, pero it's really important.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Sophia. From all those, of course, as a marketer, you really have to keep yourself updated. And from all those seminars that I attended, that's one thing that really pops up every time: copywriting. You really have to be good in it. And yeah, guys, it's true. Content is king, but copywriting is queen, guys. So it all boils down from there. So make sure that you practice if you're really into digital marketing. So, good guys. All right, questions, guys. Let's move on for the next question that we have here in our comment section. Um, Sophia, what are the factors that could change the demographics of your content target? When is it bad, and when does it do good for the brand?
Okay, that's
Can
actually
you
a nice
delve into that?
question. Yeah, that's actually a nice question. Okay. That's Angelica, right? Okay. So, Angelica, when it comes kasi in creating your content, the target market is already established based on your brand. So, kung ano yung brand mo, meron na talaga silang ideal target market. Pero the thing is, of course, in the digital sphere, you get a lot of impressions, you get a lot of eyeballs on your content. So it gets exposed to different demographics when it comes to the age, when it comes to their gender, their likes, their interests. So it's something that surprises you, okay? So we can't really say if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But what you can actually do with this digital contents is at least you know that you can actually retarget your content to your audience. So you can know that, for example, the brand that I am holding right now is Fua Fua. Back then, Fua Fua thinks that they are a bread brand that could cater for children. But right now, they found out that, people from ages 25 to 35 actually are the ones engaging on our content, and they are actually the ones who buys for our product. Kasi naman kids, they don't have the purchase power, right? Kasi naman wala naman silang, the money is not with them kasi mga bata naman sila. So usually it's the parents, it's someone older than them. So sometimes what we do is we mix it in, okay? So we have contents targeting children, we have contents targeting working professionals. So it just surprises you. And like I said, it will always be an opportunity. Okay, so when does it go? When is it good? When is it bad? There's no really a definite classification, or like parang gets mo yan, hindi mo siya makakategorize as good, hindi mo siya makakategorize as bad. It's up to you as a digital marketer how you will take this opportunity for you to create effective contents. So yeah.
Nice, very nice insight right here. So I just want to break it down, guys. If this is something that you guys would ask, retargeting. So, guys, it's if there are changes that's happening in your company or in your brand or in the future, if you're gonna go with digital marketing, so just remain adaptive and take those changes as an opportunity to make your campaigns better, your targeting better. So we have another question here. Can you give us an idea, Sophia, about the new challenges that you're facing in digital marketing?
Okay. One would be, since we are actually in pandemic, we are, still in the middle of the pandemic. One of the challenges would be for you to, um, paano ba? To drift away from the repetition of your contents. Kasi sometimes you really can't help it. You really can recycle contents, pero iniiba lang yung execution, iniiba lang yung messaging, iniiba lang yung approach. So it's one of the challenges out there that we face as digital marketers. We always have to think about fresh new ideas in a different execution or in a different context. Um, Challenging siya in a fun way naman, not in a stressful way. Dahil nga, everybody is on their mobile phones, everybody is on their screens. So, sometimes pag nagsuscroll tayo, di ba, naaano naman tayo na, ito ulit yung nakikita ko. So, you as a digital marketer, you need to bring the brand's image or the brand's product or services in a different light. Para kahit pag nag-scroll tayo, for example, beauty products, kahit na pag nag-scroll tayo on Facebook or Instagram na puro beauty products yung nadadaanan natin, meron naman talagang specific digital content na mapapatingin ka because, may gumagalaw doon sa digital content niya. May nakita ako na may 50% off. May nakita akong sale na nakalagay sa image. So, for us, the challenge would really be creating digital contents that are, kahit na luma yung concept niya, kahit na recycled yung concept niya, it's still something fresh. It's still something new. So, yeah, that's it.
Nice. Guys, take note of that. It's really important. So think about new ideas to execute your even strategies that are already in your company. And think of something new. Like, for example, what Sofia said, if it's beauty brand, something that you can input differently on how they actually promote their products would be something really helpful for you guys. All right, let's dive into the next question. I think this is the last questions. Last two ata. So what piece of advice, Sofia, can you tell someone who wanted to pursue digital marketing for the longest time but still needs that extra push to do it?
What advice? Nako, medyo ano itong tanong na to. Parang naku-question ko yung credibility ko for this one. But if you really want to see yourself grow in a very different light, I would say that maybe digital marketing is for you because you get to explore a lot of things. You can be the artistic one, the creative one. You can be a technical digital marketer. So yung technical natin, that would be being a graphic artist, the multimedia artist, or being an analyst, data analyst. Kasi super dami. Digital marketing is really, really big. Super dami. We have the data analysts, we have yung mga SEO analysts. So ito yung mga nasa technical side na honestly. So this field can make you discover a part of you that you wouldn't actually experience, let's say, na tipong you can be who you are as well as you can be a different persona working for a brand. Ganun siya. So, parang nagkakaroon ka ng mga identities na, I could actually think this certain way because of this specific brand. So, if you want to go for digital marketing, don't be afraid to go digital marketing. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Dati kasi, di ba, when we say marketing, ay nako, baka may sales to, dapat meron kaming ma-convert na customers, etc. Well, that's one thing. But the thing is, it's you being creative and it's you right now to take this opportunity to grab that specific opportunity to to spread your ideas or your concepts. Na mapakita mo sa buong mundo yung mga concepts, ideas mo. Most especially that we are now open to different ideas. As you can see, di ba, mga commercials na pinakita natin earlier, they're very, very weird. They're very controversial. So we're passing those skills, we're passing those out of the box ideas to you guys if you plan on working or pursuing digital marketing. goal nyo na, push nyo na yan. Kasi kahit ako, I was also taken by surprise na kaya ko palang maging digital marketer. Because dati, if I may share, dati mas inisip ko na, baka paglaki ko, magiging newscaster ako, magiging host ako, etc., etc. So, ngayon, nakita ko na sarili ko in digital marketing. So, there you go.
I can highly relate to that. I thought back then I was becoming an artist, but then I went here as a digital marketer. It's really highly relatable, your experiences. So you guys just do it. That extra push you're asking for is just do it. If I may add, if you just want to look into things that you want to enter into digital marketing, because it's really big, as Sophia mentioned earlier, look into what is digital marketing first. Then you would see the different types of digital marketing, and then just try whatever pushes or gets your attention. May it be SEO, may it be SEM or search engine marketing or social media marketing. If you're really into social media, go for it, guys. All right, so I guess if someone still has question, please this is the time for you to paste that question or to enter that thing that you typed in if you still have question, because we are down to the last. If someone still has any questions, anyone? All right. If anyone here is a student is looking for internship, we're still in the progress of receiving internship application for this coming October. So please just go to our website, illustrados.co, and then /careers and apply. So yun, guys. And yeah, I guess that's all of it, Miss Sofia. Thank you so much for that wonderful Q&A portion. Guys, one last is, can we take a picture with Miss Sofia? If everyone can actually turn on their cameras, let's take a picture with Miss Sofia. Hello. Miss Producer, can you take that presentation off so that we can all take a picture? Ayan, all right. Anyone who still wants to open their cameras? Hello, guys. All right. Okay. We'll take a picture now. In 3, 2, 1. Smile, everyone. Hi. Okay. Thank you so much. And if everyone can just we're planning to create an AVV after all this weekly skill brewing. Can anyone please say hi to the camera? I'm taking a video right here on my phone. Hi guys. Thank you so much. Hello. All right. Okay. So last portion, I think, of the skill brewing, Pia. Sophia, it's your time to plug anything that you want to plug. I'm just waiting for the presentation to come back. All right. Sophia, yes, go
Yeah.
ahead.
There you go, guys. You can follow my Facebook page for different brand contents, for beauty and lifestyle contents. I make a lot of reviews on my Facebook page. So that's Sofia Ramirez DV Official. And then you can also look for me on Instagram. That would be Rams. And then let me know that you saw me here at Illustrados weekly skill brewing, so that I can also follow you guys back. Ayan. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to send a message through any of this channel. I'm basically 24/7 online. I'm 24/7 online as a digital marketer. I really can't help it. Kahit na off office hours na and all that, but I really can't help it. Naging habit na. So I'm 24/7 online. We can chat and you guys can hit me up. And if you want to know more about how my thesis was. I guess puro students kasi yate nandito. If you want to know more about my thesis, you guys can also chat me up through these channels, and I would gladly talk about it to you guys more. So yeah.
All right, guys. Actually, most of what Sophia said, I can attest to that. I sometimes do a lot of rants on my own social media, and Sophia and I talk about it. So, guys, just ping her if you have any questions about anything digital marketing, guys. And yeah, and you can follow her on her Facebook and Instagram, or you can also follow me at Lois Gutierrez, guys. I
And
shame,
Telegram.
shame,
Follow.
shameless plug. All right, guys. Next. All right. Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
Sophia.
Sophia. Thank you so much. That's the end of the weekly skill brewing, guys. And we will have again next week. And thank you so much for supporting. Thank you, guys.
See
Bye.
you.
See you,
Bye. Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye bye. Hi, Elena.